My name's Karen Ann Jones. I'm a figure painter and I paint people's inner heroes. I paint who they're becoming. I grew up in Arizona and I went to high school in Flagstaff. And I had phenomenal art teachers. So that was my seventh grade art teacher. His name was Art Punt. Mr. Punt was my art teacher, and he was amazing. He created an art room that you just love to be in. He created routines, just an environment that was like probably how I make my studio now feel. It's just you love being in it. And it's the reason I'm an artist is because my art teachers were just phenomenal. I went to college, but I left about halfway through because I wasn't learning anything new. I wasn't getting any value. So I went to Vegas and became a flight attendant. I got a lot more value. And I got paid instead of spent money. But living in Missouri for 30 years, my mom lived there, but and Missouri's kind of a tough place to be a painter there. But I went there, and then a few years ago I left and said I'm heading back west to where I belong, and I had missed it. And I've always been a figure painter or portrait figure painter. And someone specifically asked me if my color palette changed, and I was painting with neon orange as they were saying this. And I'm like, yeah, it has definitely changed. So it's more vibrant. And I don't know if it's because I'm more vibrant, but when the sun is shining and bright, and it just, it exudes now from my paintings. My people have California in them. When I'm putting the composition together, what is a future hero? Who's my future hero? What do I see as people's inner future heroes? Not just stereotypical, yeah, I feel like Wonder Woman today, but really like what a hero feels like in our bodies right now. So they're like visual affirmations in artwork. I'm a visual person. I need to see something visual that I can wake up and have coffee and I can live into that, who I'm becoming. The expression is courageous, not in the typical way that it is courageous, like it's shy courageous or quiet, bashful courageous. Like I did something really cool that was courageous, and if I said it to anybody else, it would sound stupid, but it was a big deal to me. Do myself, do what really feels true to me without being shaken too much off my block or anything. So this one is kind of the hero of your own environment. Well, her facial expression is contentment. In our life, where we live, we're somewhat born into it or circumstantial, and we very rarely create literally where we want to live, because a lot of people their dream house is a lake house in the woods, or I want a lake house in the woods. So it's stereotypical. Boat symbolizes freedom, peace, the whole wide world. You can go on, you can travel the whole wide world. The stairs are that it was a journey to get there. Sort of, there's always a light on for you. Like the light in the house symbolizes that it's home. That painting was specifically done for that show. And how do you celebrate yourself when you're proud of yourself? And a lot of times cake is how we celebrate ourselves, celebrate a lot of things. And do people actually, when they celebrate something they've done, their internal hero, do they celebrate that? Do they get a cake and have a celebration? Like even just buy a piece of cake or something just to celebrate what they've accomplished. Portrait of Giselle.
Oh,
As a bunny. No, actually, so rabbits have a lot of symbolism for people, a lot of different ones. So he has rabbit here, the rabbit. It's kind of, the whole thing is a symbolism of the wild frontier of adventure. There's a beetle here, which has a lot of different symbolism for people. The flower is, well, a lot of times I put flowers on men because they don't feel like they can be pretty, even though they're men. There's this something that says they can't be pretty. So that symbolizes that for me. I like to paint men in dresses because they should be pretty, feel pretty. And I like that. Actually, one time I did a future painting of someone that was changing their gender, but they hadn't done it. And I'm not even sure they knew they were going to do it. I painted it, and I painted her without any hair in a really long, beautiful dress. And then years later, she came to me and said, "Guess what? I became your painting." And I was like, that is magnificent. It just melted my heart. I just loved everybody. So literally, I could paint your future. So that's one of the strongest symbols. It even means something to me. Hair is a big symbol, isn't it? That's a big symbol to a lot of people. Me too. But that painting is about not having hair or having to go wash your hair while you're camping. I was camping a long time ago with my girlfriends and friends and my husband anyway. My girlfriend's new girlfriend was going to come and camp with us. So she had to leave camping to drive 50 miles each way to go and wash her hair at her mom's house so she could come back so she could have her good hair while she was camping. To drive 50 miles each way to go wash her hair. It could have been a lie, but I don't think so, knowing her hair. So then it was like, you have to go 50 miles to wash your hair. You can wash your hair and you could be beautiful here. We're glamping. We just had, oysters and you can glamp. But so then I painted the painting that, it's not all about your hair. It's so then I subconsciously painted my friend, who isn't the person. My friend is a way cooler person that doesn't have any hair. She was born male, and she didn't shaved it all off, lived without hair, and didn't have hair. And to me, was way, way, way more beautiful without any hair that you had to go than anybody else. So it kind of stemmed that, thinking about how much time people spend on their hair and how it doesn't mean anything. And it means everything to some people. Her expressions are interesting to me, and they symbolize that sometimes you don't really necessarily know what's going on or what you're doing half the time. And sometimes it's for surface level, and you might feel shy or insecure or not knowing, but you're still proud, even when you're just brand new at something, or it's brand new. Like that kind of a feeling is, even though it's new, you can still be really proud of it. And sometimes when it's new, we're shy to be proud, so that's what that symbolizes to me. So this last one is about abundance. What abundance feels like. Money is what society has it look like, but sometimes abundance is decadence and really fantastic popsicle. To me, special shoes are abundant. Her knees are interesting to me. I keep looking at, I reflect upon them, and that to me, her knees are even symbolic of hard work and skin your knees. It's because you're playing so hard. And it's kind of more like that sort of symbolism. My twin brother who passed away had red hair. So red hair I paint often, and it always symbolizes family, heritage, that kind of thing.